What is going on, guys? This is Hero Talk, and this is part 5 4chan leak. And this part is about Black Panther. So I already made videos for Thor Ragnarok, Guardians Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Doctor Strange. For those of you who didn't watch these videos, these are basically posts by a user on Reddit who has apparently very good information about the Marvel studios, because he's basically just giving plot leaks all over every movie and spoiling everything. So needless to say, in plot leaks there will be spoilers. And yes, this is the first time that I'm reading this too. I'm very excited for this. This is not confirmed to be real. This could be fake, but still, this seems very legit to me, as he's saying things that are likely to happen. But let's get started. Black Panther. This is supposed to be an actual political thriller and Marvel's most serious movie by far. Okay, as T'Challa, so Black Panther is the king of Wakanda, it makes sense. But that it would get the most serious movie by far, even more serious than Civil War, I didn't expect this to happen. But as we saw in Civil War, Black Panther isn't a very comedic character, and since the Winter Soldier is, as I said also in another video, is speculated to appear in this movie, he isn't also a comedic character, so it actually makes pretty much sense that this will be a very serious movie, and that there is much politics in this just confirms that we will see T'Challa in his role as a king, and this is just great for me. But let's continue. Eric Killmonger is the main villain. He's a childhood rival of T'Challa and Wakanda's finest warrior. As such, he was supposed to become the Black Panther, who is basically Wakanda's chosen protector, but T'Challa took the mantle to avenge his father, which Killmonger views as T'Challa stealing his purpose, since once a warrior swears the oath and becomes the Panther, they're bonded until the warrior is slain or grooms a successor. So he conspires to usurp the throne alongside Ulysses Claw. Alright, here we basically have our plot for Black Panther, because until now we didn't know which plot they will go for, but here we have it. So T'Challa seemingly wasn't the one who had to become the Black Panther. This clearly created much anger around other people in Wakanda, and since Killmonger is the best warrior of Wakanda, he was the one who had to become the Black Panther, and this makes just very sense for me that he then wants to kill T'Challa and be the king himself. Until now, we don't have any connection to the other MCU movies, but let's continue. Nakia is T'Challa and Killmonger's childhood friend, and there's a love triangle between them. Okay, so this movie is pretty much about childhood rivals and stuff like that. So there are just people who knew them from childhood and are still battling each other, but now on a serious level. And there will be obviously some drama. So let's go ahead. Killmonger's plan involves the Accords and amounts to triggering a war between Wakanda and the United Nations over their vibranium reserves. Oh, this is interesting. So as I also mentioned this in the Spider-Man Homecoming leak video, the Accords from Civil War are still present, are referenced, are used. And this is very amazing because Civil War is a very important event in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's good that they are bringing the Accords up here and there. And this just remembers us of the Accords and shows us that they are there and are actually valid. Not only that he is using the Accords, but he wants to even trigger a war between Wakanda and the United Nations. What I don't think will happen in the movie, but that the vibranium reserves are attacked. I mean, this is a bit strange because, Wakanda is trading a little bit of the reserves, so I don't know why there should be a war about it. But let's continue. Secretary Ross will be heavily featured and Stark is expected to appear as well. So, as I said also in the Spider-Man Homecoming video and the Doctor Strange video, Tony Stark is apparently getting more and more cameos just because his sequel is over. The Iron Man movies are over and he won't have any movies anymore where he is the standalone and main character. So, but still, he's a very popular character and a very important character to the whole Marvel movies. So it's obvious that they are using him. But also for the whole story, it's also obvious because Tony Stark is a very important character. Him showing up with Secretary Ross one more time shows us how important Tony is and how Civil War was an important event, because we saw how Ross and Stark had their relationship with each other, how they grew a bit nearer as partners. So it's interesting to see that they are still acting together, and maybe they will come to Wakanda just because Killmonger is trying to trigger a war between the United Nations and Wakanda, and maybe this is why Secretary Ross and Stark are going to Wakanda just to negotiate something or something like that. And since Tony already knows T'Challa, this will be also very interesting to see. But let's continue. Bucky will have a supporting role and be brought out of ice. And this I already mentioned in another video. It was also already teased that Bucky will be in this movie. It was said that we will see Bucky there where we last saw him. So the last time we saw Bucky was in the post-credit scene in Civil War, where he got freezed in Wakanda so that he isn't a danger anymore for anyone, and he wanted to be frozen until the toxic in his mind that Hydra gave him is completely out, so that he is in control of himself. It's just good that they are bringing up this character in the movie, because I expect Bucky to have a more important role in Phase 4, maybe also with his standalone movie. And since T'Challa and Bucky weren't very good friends in Civil War, it will also be interesting to see how their relationship will end up being. And I expect them to just grow nearer as friends. And let's come to the last point. They'll heavily explore the mythology of the Black Panther and the traditions and customs of Wakanda. And this is also very interesting and good to hear, because in Captain America Civil War, we got a glimpse of all these traditions in Wakanda and stuff like that. For example, T'Challa explained what this whole Black Panther thing is all about. He explained that the Black Panther is the protector of Wakanda. And it's just good to see that we will explore some more of Wakanda's culture, just because it's so different from all the other cultures that are shown in movies, just because these are very Western shaped cultures. So yes, this makes me actually very curious, and I can't wait to see this movie, just because Black Panther is a badass character in my opinion. But let me know in the comments what you think about this. As I said, this isn't confirmed to be true. This could be fake, but still it sounds very legit to me. So yes, comments are always appreciated, so feel free to leave a comment and just let me know what you think about this. And if you did enjoy this video, leave a like, and if you want to see all of the leak videos, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss the next ones.